Studio is a 12-week seed stage accelerator program designed specifically for pet care startups. We have an amazing partnership with Michelson Found Animals and RGA Ventures. This partnership allows us to give founders the best support we possibly can, including support from thought leadership experts from the pet care industry, animal welfare expertise, as well as a world-class design firm that works with us to help make sure that pet care startups get the best possible support they can in our 12-week program. The Leap Venture Academy program is for earlier stage companies. It includes everything from free webinars and programs that we run throughout the year that are virtual and available to anyone, to our Slack group and community where we help try to support as many pet care companies as we can, to a global fellowship program that we run to support pre-seed pet care startups around the world as well. And often we do that in different parts of the world, and as well as we do that to support underrepresented founders, because diversifying the pet care industry is something that's very important to us. Pet care is such a unique space, and we know the space very, very well. So all three partners are bringing lots of expertise to the table to be able to make sure that you have the best people around you and the best connected people around you in terms of a pet care ecosystem. We also give $200,000 US to each company, and so there is an investment involved as well. There's capital, which is, I think, always a good thing for a startup. And then lastly, because we have this amazing partnership with Michelson Found Animals and RGA Ventures, you get animal welfare expertise in addition to Mars Pet Care and what we know and all the wonderful brands we have behind us. And then you have RGA, who I think in so many ways functions as an extension of the team because they deliver these amazing projects for each of the companies that we invest in.
We look for early stage companies, pre-seed to seed stage, that are disrupting the pet care industry. First and foremost, we look for a strong business plan. We look for established market demand, customer traction. This doesn't necessarily mean that your business is revenue generating. We look for a willingness to learn and collaborate. Lastly, we look at how is your business making an impact or a difference in the industry. One, make sure that you really dig into how your product or service stands out apart from your competitors. And second, really spend time highlighting how is your business making an impact in the industry.
We're super proud that 70% of our startup founders identify themselves as a woman or people of color. Every unique pet has its unique needs, and solving the pet parent's pain point also requires a lot of diverse and different perspectives and ideas. And we want this pet care space to be bias-free, and that is important for us that we are supporting this diverse background founders to come in and thrive.
From a business perspective, working with the founders and the growing companies that are part of Leap, we work pretty hard to identify what their needs are outside of the partner organizations into partners like Amazon or Shopify or major retailers, or really just helping them find expertise in areas in which they might not have recruited that expertise yet to their company.
And additionally, RGA brings tailored creative services. And so that's a really unique element of an accelerator or incubator or venture studio program, is that we have access to a wide range of talent, from business strategy to product development to brand marketing communications. And we tailor teams to match the specific needs or objectives of each startup. It personalizes the type of engagement that they get from each partner, and that's Michelson, that is Mars, and RGA. And Michelson and Mars have done a fantastic job of ensuring that each company has access throughout their organization and their network to the types of connections, expertise, and resources that they need to be able to scale their companies, either in partnership with Mars and Michelson or as separate companies launching into the world.
Above all else, we are looking for exceptional founders, full stop. Particularly when we are engaging this early in the life of a company, we are making a bet on the people. The most innovative and compelling idea or disruptive technology falls flat if you don't have the right people at the helm. So first we look for founders with the resilience and the instincts to create a market-changing business. And we've been very fortunate in that regard across all 6 LEAP cohorts. We take a very strong impact-first approach. Does this company fundamentally improve the health and lives of pets and pet parents? Does this company strengthen the human-animal bond or change the way we think about veterinary diagnostics or the protein we feed our animals? If that impact is there, we believe the financial success follows. Does this business and the founding team set a new standard in their category and elevate the level of discourse for other leading-edge startups and the investors that back them?
So there's 2 parts to MFA in this. There's the Michelson Found Animals as a part of LEAP, and through that we will invest in any company that's showing a big change, that they have the impact potential in the pet sphere. So whether that's in veterinary, or whether that's in foods and hoppers, or whether that's in something outside of those, we will entertain any of those companies. We've shown a real diversity of companies that we've spoken to along that spectrum. And then outside of MFA, we also invest in pet-related companies, and those really follow the same, even more of a broad approach. So we will invest in anyone that we think is a good return on investment and also has the potential to change the pet industry.
Unlike other programs, we did not expect to receive a set amount of equity for participation, and we think that helps us not only make a more balanced relationship with the startups, but it also attracts startups who otherwise wouldn't be willing to accept the terms of a traditional accelerator.
We were part of the 2021 cohort, so it was deep in COVID, so it was a virtual accelerator, and we absolutely loved it. It was our first introduction into the pet industry, so we had not come from a pet background, so what LEAP Accelerator did was really open up the community to us, and we met so many incredible startups and people within pet care that really helped us when we were formulating what we were doing with our company. They really helped us with all areas. It was really our first time of learning. And this is why we wanted to do it before we launched our company and our products, because we really wanted to make sure that we were kind of gearing ourselves up in the right way and that we were focusing attention in the right areas. So they really did help us from recruitment. We weren't recruiting at the time, but just what to look out for and how our hiring strategy and plan would take place. And then also, most importantly, it was our fundraising they really helped with, getting pitch ready. We already had a pitch deck, but getting ready for the pitch event, RGA helps us incredibly with our deck. And then also with, with what we're doing at plant-based dog food, there's a lot of education that needs to happen around that topic. And they were really able to help us with our copy and about how to kind of, break down a lot of the jargon, statistics, report data into really relatable, digestible kind of ways of telling a story about, plant-based dog food and all the kind of education around it. So that really helped us. But the main thing that really helped, I think, was with our pitch deck. Like, we still to this day use that deck. We've updated it slightly and, to make it more kind of timely with now. But the foundation of what was created there, we still use that, and it was, really incredible. We always get compliments on our pitch deck. It can be scary if you're, if you've got unique kind of data and IP that you don't really want to share. I think it's really important to firstly trust the LEAP Accelerator guys. For Mars, it's such a huge organisation for them, especially in the food industry, for them to create a product and get it to market. It's a very long process, and this is why they want to invest in companies like ours and other food startups, because we can be agile, we can move really quickly. They also get inspiration because we're doing things differently. We don't have to go through some of the kind of lengthy testing things that they might have to go through. So I think it's really important to be open and transparent and trust the Leap Accelerator people, but I think it's also important for you to get to know them, ask questions if you feel unsure and uncomfortable, to make sure that you're being protected. And obviously if you feel that there's certain really intellectual property that you want to protect, you don't have to share everything. It's just important that any challenges you're really going through, you're honest and you're getting the most out, because if you hide those things, you won't get the most out of the accelerator. People won't be able to help and support you, and it's not just the Leap Accelerator team, it's also the startups within your cohort, I think, that can really support you. We were part of the cohort. We had another plant-based dog food brand called Petaluma who are part of our cohort. In the end, we built up an amazing relationship where we really shared our challenges and helped each other and still champion and support each other to this day. And I think, for us anyway, having that startup support where founders could share stories, solution hack, where someone might have gone through a challenge, they've come up with a solution, they can get you through that quicker. So I think it's really important to be as open as you can be.
Yes, so I would definitely recommend the program to other founders. Again, it's the #1 startup accelerator in the pet space. Since we finished it, we've had investment from Central Garden and Pets in the States. We've also had investment and formed a strategic partnership with Pets at Home, and we're now dealing with major retailers such as Fresh Snap, Zooplus, Chewy. And that process has just been a lot more streamlined, because obviously if Mars and the other Leap members give you their backing, then it's a sign of due diligence and respect in the industry. So yeah, I couldn't recommend it more highly.
Have a good business model, have a USP, be in a good market. I think one thing that we realized we did well in retrospective and over invested in initially was to focus on building a great team from scratch, because that's the only thing you can really do at the beginning to set yourself up for creating a good organization and scaling.
We were part of the Leap Fellowship program this year. This enabled us to gain a bigger perspective on the opportunities and the challenges in the market, but also helped us expose ourselves to peer-to-peer learning. There's some fascinating startups in the fellowship program, and we were exposed to a tight group of individuals who have common passions and common purpose. The reason why we're here back in the studio is because actually it's a little bit deeper. There was a bit of an appetizer to the opportunity space here. Now in the studio, we have an opportunity to go deeper in terms of how can we improve our product and serve a better purpose for our users, as well as understand how can we fit into a bigger ecosystem like the one from Mars, like the one within RGA. How does our product fit into that bigger ecosystem and that bigger strategy?
The advice I would give to people who are thinking about joining the program is to really get to know the people who are part of the Leap Venture Studio well along the process, and just ask questions. Everything from how you can partner with them during the program and after the program, what kind of funding is available, and learn about some of the initiatives that each of the partners in the program are working on and can help you with.